Well, Wizards of the Coast back in the news again, but this time it's over more AI art. But not in the way you think it's going to be, because now it seems that Chris Cox, their CEO of Hasbro, is turning to AI art to fill in the gaps of the artists that are looking to boycott Wizards of the Coast a while back. Back quite a while ago, I'll probably put this on screen, I talked about how Wizards of the Coast got caught using AI art in promotional material. If you were following me back then and subscribing to the channel, thank you, but maybe you want to follow me now. Understand, I'm an old Magic the Gathering player. I understand a lot of Hasbro Wizards of the Coast, what is going on in the situation with them and AI art, and now it seems that they're going down a very darker path with AI art. Back a while ago, Dave Raposa here was a Magic the Gathering artist, and he said he was done because Wizards of the Coast put out promotional material and they denied that they used AI art when they clearly did. But here's the thing, AI art is getting a much more harder look to determine if it's different, if it's real, what it is, and what it will be. So there's some legs to it. And now if the artists sit there and boycott, which is one of the fears that came from it, where does Hasbro go? Where does Wizards of the Coast go? Well, it seems the CEO of Hasbro is optimistic about using AI for Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering future. Future Dungeons & Dragons Magic the Gathering content could become artificial intelligence if the bets of Hasbro's CEO are right. Imagine a world where you can play Dungeons & Dragons and the adventure you are on are generated in real time by artificial intelligence. Now, at the same time, imagine a world your Magic the Gathering set cards are generated by AI art. This is not anything, 10 years ago, I would say, no, that's not going to happen. We don't have ideas to AI art, but where it is today is absolutely ridiculous. In a recent interview with Chris Cox, reveals that Hasbro CEO has high hopes for artificial intelligence and content creation. According to March 1st interview with VentureBeat, Cox foresees a future where AI can generate content, game scenarios for Hasbro's major IPs, including Magic the Gathering and Dungeons & Dragons. He cites a few experiments Hasbro has already conducted with an AI in the interview. These include a virtual Ouija board, yes, those are Hasbro property, and a free online version of Trivial Pursuit with AI-generated questions. That last one apparently boosted the original Trivia board game sales by 30%. That's absolutely ridiculous. Cox radiates in excitement, but it seems that the tabletop gaming community is much more skeptical of artificial intelligence. Hasbro subsidiary Wizards of the Coast has already apologized twice for using AI art, once in a Dungeons & Dragons book and once for a Magic the Gathering ad after promising to limit the use of AI. Several smaller tabletop RPG publishers banned AI content from their products, claiming they wished to protect the livelihoods of human creators. And with good reason. This is where I'm totally going to chime in here. AI art and adventures and everything like that has been deemed uncopyrightable by courts. There is no human element, and because there's no human element when it comes to creating and prompting AI art, you can't copyright it. You can't say we own this. Thus, if you can't copyright it, then this doesn't stop anyone from taking the adventure, photocopying it, and distributing it out to everyone else and making a few extra dollars on it. You can just go ahead and do that because you no longer have the copyright of it. Now, Wizards of the Coast, they could simply put in their IP, put in stuff, but there's programs that also remove that using AI. So where will this line really draw? And I thought I would take a good look at something here. When Magic the Gathering really started to go downhill, they put out some weird, some crazy art for one of the Magic the Gathering cards called Faithless Looting. This card was panned for the art. The artwork, a long time ago, many us creators were able to sit there and replicate something like this using Photoshop quite easily. This is actually part of the actual picture. There is brush strokes if you go in very closely. A human hand did do this art, but this doesn't really seem like something that belongs on a Magic the Gathering card, although it made it there. It was one of the worst Magic the Gathering cards for artwork that has been described in the entire industry of the game. And, you know, this is kind of what you get when it comes to Magic the Gathering. They only pay up towards $1,000 per art piece that they do get. And they only pay that for their top tier artists that they use. So when they need to look out and find other artists, they're kind of going to get what they're going to get for the quality of art. The quality is not going to be anywhere near. Now, I've got a couple other examples here. What would you think of this on a Magic the Gathering card? Or how about this one? Both of these I prompted with AI. These were both artificial intelligence. And if this is the bar, then this must be the next level of artwork. And I hate to say it, but it used to be easy to distinguish artificial intelligent art. There's a lot of things in here to me that look quite natural. Like, you used to be able to get twisted hands. You used to get like faces that look like imperfected. You used to get things in artificial intelligence that just didn't look real. This is artificial intelligence. And this here at the same time is the same thing. There's actual definition in AI art, and it's getting better by the day. Now, recently it was also discovered that Midjourney for AI art was actually, they used in one of the original versions of Midjourney, they used thousands of Magic the Gathering artists to prompt, to train it with, and then prompt the system from there. So artificial intelligence, if it's prompted like this, they could easily sit there and change things up. And this is the problem that we see. This, because it's artificial intelligence, you can sit there and simply say, well, I own this now. I can take this and do what I will. It's absolutely, you know, some of the things I've seen with AI art here in the last little while is quite stunning. But where does that really lie? What can you actually do against this? Hasbro and Magic the Gathering, or Wizards of the Coast at this point, they're looking for routes to cut costs. They recently laid off like 30% of their staff, and the layoffs are going to continue because it looks like the current sets for Magic the Gathering are not doing nearly as well as they had hoped. It's not going to be no Lord of the Rings set where you have a chase card like the One Ring that's its own plethora of problems. And then the Lord of the Rings set where they had to include so many more diversity things into it, and it actually created a worse outcome for the entire set. But now, when AI looks this good, you've got a serious problem. And I gotta wonder why turn away from the artists that have built up this game for so long. Anyway, I'm your Proud Canadian Phoenix, Cindershadow. I'm signing off here. Let me know down below, what do you think of this one? And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.